Gonna do
We good? We good? We good? Alright.
Almost. Just about.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Walking Carpet. I'm over here today. My name's Josiah Leroy. With me, Chewbacca. Oh, not talking now. BB-8.
Worst ever.
I'm the spoil her. Adam her. Salty with a bit of pepper. Am I right?
That video is never coming out.
Now it all makes sense. The saltiest. All right, we're talking about Rogue One. We got our debut trailer here.
More importantly, how comfortable is that chair?
It's actually surprisingly comfortable. I like it. I feel like I'm sitting upright for once. I'm not sinking back.
Just saying, this one I
It's
got
good.
a little swivel action going on.
You yelled at me week one because I was going to swivel in it and I didn't swivel. So
True.
You stopped your swiveling, mister.
Well, I mean, I edit it, so I can just make it.
So edit yourself, not swivel.
I can just, please. Yeah, I'll just edit.
You
I'll
can
edit
do that,
a
but you
freeze
can't
frame
do
of me.
fire.
You can't make BB-8s.
We wanted
I
fire
cannot.
thumbs.
Fire thumbs. All right. What'd you guys think of the trailer?
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Adam,
Yeah.
negative comment?
No. I mean, yes, then there's the negative comment but you want to get into it. Like
so overall, you liked it or
overall,
didn't like it?
The only thing I don't like about it, and this isn't like because it's Star Wars or anything, it's Hollywood in general. I don't like the needing. It sounds like there's sound effects for like punching the stormtroopers and stuff. There was a couple sound effects. It sounded very much like the old thwacks and thumps of hitting the stormtroopers. Which, if you're gonna add stupid little sound effects like that, to me that detracts from the movie. Like I don't think you need those types of sound effects.
Gotcha.
So if they start doing that, it's cheesy. That's what I feel about that stuff. But other than that, I liked it. I mean, I hope that they don't go down cheesy road with sound effects and.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
No.
But that also could be like it's big in Hollywood to add stuff into the trailers that's not in the movie. Like the Jungle Book sounds like the most epic thing in the world because they have all these like super dramatic music notes in the middle of like the Jungle Book. So who knows? It could just not be anything at all.
We'll see. Jimbo, what do you think? I'm calling you Jimbo for like ever. I don't know why it's still funny.
I don't know.
It's interesting you said on the last one that Jamie, not Jimbo. And then like
I go back and forth.
and then at the end of that podcast you're like, Jimbo!
I have continuity issues. I need someone to keep me in line. And you're on camera, so you can't. All right. Well, Jamie.
I mean, I don't care at this
Chewbacca,
point.
mute Chewbacca now.
I wasn't gonna risk making the noise. There we go. We just edit that
edit
into
that.
my section.
Do it right now. Okay. What'd you think of the trailer?
I thought it was really well made, and you had mentioned the music. I really enjoyed the music, even though it is not
Just
John Williams.
Not John Williams. I wasn't clear on that.
Yeah, Alexander Desplat. I don't.
Desplat?
So he's Harry Potter.
Yeah,
But towards the end.
he did a bunch of different stuff. Zero Dark 30, The Danish Girl.
Zero Dark 30 had a soundtrack?
Oh yeah, it was good. I liked
I
it.
just remember Zero Dark 30 being dead silent with a bunch of guys walking around for a little bit. that's what I remember of Zero
Well,
Dark
the
30.
footsteps were
Whoa!
the soundtrack.
Dude, nice footsteps.
So,
Yeah,
it's not easy to do this. You can't teach that. Anyway,
Had the little sound effect of the night vision goggles going on.
it's a talent. So yeah, John Williams obviously has done all 7 Star Wars films to date. He started off doing Harry Potter too, which I think it's funny that he ended up being succeeded by him. But I really like the overall tone of that. I like that it calls back to A New Hope, and it really stresses the intensity of the Empire, and like they're a dictatorship. This is them at their greatest strength, their height, and you can't mess with them. Which kind of leads me to Forrest Whitaker's dialogue. Like, what are you going to do if you get caught? I was skeptical about him being in this kind of film, but I actually really liked it.
Yeah, he looks so good in this kind of movie, especially because they've talked about it. Grumpy Geek time.
Grumpy Geek. Bless you.
They talked about Forrest Whitaker, or they talked about this whole movie being kind of like a bank heist Star Wars movie, and I kind of get that from from this, especially the part where they're talking about, oh, if you get caught, like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna
What's
take it?
the point of having her? It's almost like the trailer is designed to make you think that she is going to switch sides.
So back to Felicity Jones, we didn't really talk too much. Her character name is Jyn Erso, which I did not.
Such a Star Wars name.
Yeah, totally. Jyn, but not like Qui-Gon Jinn. It's Jyn. There's some theories on her, which I think we probably should wait for next week to talk about. But I know Trevor and I have
It's
a
just
few.
like, it's bizarre to me. The trailer is like, it makes you think with the dialogue that Forrest Whitaker is going on about, and then it cuts to the shot of her in the Imperial armor. She's not going to be switching sides. That's just the disguise she's getting into. Right?
Yeah.
We're all on the
that's,
same page there.
she's undercover, I think.
Yeah.
It's not like Finn.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like
what's
a
the
spy
point?
movie.
Like, it's like the trailer wants you to believe, like, oh, she could switch sides at any moment, but like everybody knows that's not going to happen.
Right.
No,
right.
it's just like piquing your interest because seeing her in that, I think it's an Imperial
It's a TIE fighter pilot.
TIE fighter pilot.
Does that pique your interest though?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's
I think
amazing.
it adds some caveats to it that, like,
Yeah,
we know what happens, but we don't know how it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems weird to me that they're like, maybe she switches sides, but
I didn't get that sense.
I just the way that the dialogue was being played off and everything else with like, what are you gonna do if you get caught and everything else, and she's there in a uniform. It just seemed almost like it was trying to say like, yeah, you guys liked that we had a stormtrooper switch sides, so this time we're having another. It had this weird sense that she was Imperial in some way, and
My sense was that she's independent. And I don't know if she's like a built-in, like, has been raised to be like a rebel. She seems just like an independent person always in trouble. See, in my understanding is almost the Rebel Alliance like contracts her to go steal those plans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Like a bounty
they,
hunter in a
yeah.
way, but not really.
they said in the trailer she's been alone since she was 15 years old. So it's like she's
maybe like how Han Solo gets into the rebellion at first.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kinda.
that's essentially they're paying him to go get her and bring her back, and then he just decides, no, this is actually a good thing. I'm gonna stick around and fight with my
I
friends.
think she looks really good. I think
She
Felicity
does.
Jones looks like she's going to be another really strong lead.
Mhm.
A lot like Daisy Ridley was.
I love the line where she's just like, "Isn't this a rebellion? I rebel." Like
you would relate to that, wouldn't you?
I don't know, like something about the way she said it and everything else was just like, ooh, this is you've
We
got,
like it.
you've got an interesting character. I'm intrigued just off of that line alone. I'm like, I
She
want to
looks
see.
cool. She looks really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she looks really
looks
badass.
cool. She looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a rough and tumble type of Star Wars rather
Jamie does
than.
swear it's bad butt. Donnie Yen's character. So he was doing the martial arts towards
I
the
am
end.
so excited for that.
He looked really cool.
Yeah, he was the main. He's the main martial artist that was in Ip Man, I believe. One of
And-
those.
I most know him, which is
Action
funny,
movie.
from Shanghai Nights,
Yeah.
which was not like a serious movie at all.
No.
But he was like really, really, he played his part well in that. He was really kind of one of the main antagonists against Jackie Chan's character. And it was funny movie.
I want to know what he is. Like what?
Me too.
He's
Like,
not. I don't
Who
think.
is he? Like, is he someone they visit on another planet? I don't know anything about him.
Is he some sort of Jedi that escaped and
Oh,
like you know
no.
what I mean? Like martial arts in Star Wars immediately says to me some sort of Jedi
Yeah.
or trained in the style of fighting that the Jedi like that's very Jedi to me.
I think the way that they're gonna link that in is because I know that they were talking about he's blind, so that's the cool part. That's the reason why the stormtroopers aren't like outright attacking him. He's a blind guy.
And then he just pulls the
Yeah,
back
it
and-
just whips everybody's butt.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
think what they're
Star Wars has had many blind characters in it, more so in the video games than I think the movies. But in the Force Unleashed, the one I don't remember his name now,
I know exactly who you mean.
but he's blind. and,
Star Killer's master.
yeah, but like in the first game, he's pretty like, oh, I lost my eyesight, I'm terrible now. But in the second game, it's like, yeah, I didn't really need eyesight. That's for losers. And it's like
Vader is technically like blind, like he can't see out of his own eyes. He's got those receptors that
yeah, that's
have
true.
enhanced him. That's interesting to think about. What do we think about that? There were, I don't know if it was the same guy or not, but two caped figures that look like they're Grand Moffs or governors. Do we think that's Tarkin?
Yes.
no. I don't think that's Tarkin
Yes.
at all.
No.
Tarkin didn't dress
Maybe
like
so.
that.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
The only reason why I say that is because Tarkin didn't dress like that when he was in any of the old movies, any of the 4, 5, and 6.
True.
Or, well, 4, not 5 and 6. He's not in 5 and 6.
Yeah, he's like
He's dead.
He's kind of dead.
Spoilers, he's dead.
I mean,
I'm just gonna watch A New Hope tonight.
But
so
I think he is a Grand Moff, though. I think he's definitely like one of the leaders. I think he's going to be the guy that's in charge of keeping the Death Star plans secret.
He looks, maybe he's the guy who was under command, or he's going to get him back, or just his profile doesn't look like Tarkin to me. And in episode 3, at the very end, Revenge of the Sith, you see a guy that's clearly meant to be Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
And then also in the Clone Wars animated series and Rebels, you see Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't quite think that's him. But
I say it's him.
you have good reason.
Yeah, and I've been sitting here like trying to remember the name of the book. Like I don't remember the title of the book, which is bad.
The Lost
Something.
Lost Stars.
Something like that.
It's Lost Stars.
I'll put it down in the description below and stuff. But there's a book that came out that is supposed to span the gap between. I guess it starts before episode 4, and it goes all the way up to episode 7 and a little bit after 7. And in that book, Grand Moff Tarkin goes like he's a big deal in the Empire. He's not just the guy who runs the Death Star. He's one of the highest members of the Imperial Force. So he's going around to all sorts of Outer Rim planets and everything else, trying to drum up support and get people to join in the Empire. And in that book, he is described as walking off his ship wearing a white uniform with a white cape.
So it could be him, or it could be like another rank we just don't know about yet.
That very well could be
Like a senior leader.
Like in today's military, the Marines wear their dress blues and everything else. That could be the Imperial version of that, where that's their dressy thing. But based off of that description, and that book is the first. Correct me, you're gonna know this before I am, but that book is the first official new canon written stuff, right?
I don't know, like, release-wise, you're saying?
I
Like it
think.
was the first one released?
I think.
It was one of the first, if not. I'm not sure on
It's
that.
definitely within the first.
First handful, like
yeah,
5.
like
yeah.
so. If they're considering that to be what canon is now,
It is.
I
It totally is.
I would say like there's a strong link that's telling me
Yeah.
that that's that, and I disagree. Like I absolutely in the shot that he's less on the planet. On the planet, it doesn't look so much like him because you only see him walking, but when he's like kind of standing there, that gives me a Grand Moff Tarkin kind of feel. He looks
Possibly.
kind of
They
angry.
had more than one Grand Moff, though.
True.
In the
There's
whole
like,
Empire.
I mean, if you read into the book that we're talking about, spoiler free, the end of that book, you understand where the Empire stands and like what the Empire is. You understand how the First Order becomes and everything else. And there's a lot of people that are in charge of the Empire. Like you only see the Emperor, Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, and a couple other guys sitting around a table, but
Taking a lot of people to manage.
there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are very high up.
Well, when you can
So-
force choke, I guess it's easy to manage that many people. Or lightning shoot.
when everybody's terrified of you, it's pretty easy to keep people in line.
It's pretty easy. 2 last things I want to touch
How
on
do
on
you
the
think
Rogue
we
One.
keep the Geekiverse running?
Yeah, my lightning fingers.
We're all afraid of Josiah.
So with Mon Mothma, I think they did a really good job of matching her up to the original from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, it's so perfect.
I think so. If you didn't know, she was in Episode 3 in the background, and
They cut her scene.
her deleted scene was cut. It was deleted, obviously, and she was. It's her, Padme, and Bail Organa talking about starting the rebellion, which is really cool.
They look like the same person to me.
They really.
Although I only saw it
It's
one
in the
time,
book.
but still.
That scene's in the book.
Shut up about the book. I didn't write the book yet.
They don't have a picture of her in the book, though.
That's true. That's true.
No, they do in the picture book.
In the color, the coloring.
It's the
in the
pop-up
coloring, in the
Yeah,
like.
that's why Adam read it so fast.
What a comic book,
There's
man.
actually no words at all. It's just like, no.
Look at these pictures. They seem to tell a story of some kind.
How do you know anyone's name?
For the sake of time, I want to save the Death Star discussion. I like the callback there. I think it looks cool with the Star Destroyer floating by. Even the AT-ATs I like, which is Empire Strikes Back, but that looks cool. Last thing I did want to touch on.
Looks like a Lego build.
Yeah.
Those
cool,
were
whatever. It's
by the way,
1977, bro.
Those weren't like the AT-ATs or the AT-ATs or however you say it. There's a whole discussion about it. I saw on a different channel.
That's what I'm saying. We need a full, probably another episode to talk about.
But those are proto
Prototypes.
AT. No, yeah, well, like they're proto AT-ATs from the ones that are in Empire.
There's a
Like in Rebels, I know they showed them in Rebels, but they're like the before, kind of like the clones to the Stormtroopers.
I love the Star Wars community, like the community that Star Wars has built. Like if you type into like YouTube and just type in Star Wars or something like that, it's crazy with the amount of people who have like not just here's a theory. It's like they've studied every piece of literature that's come out. Like I remember watching a thing of like why the Empire lost, and it's all these things like their weapons were built to inspire fear, not to be actual functioning, and it's like all this weird stuff. Like these people went super deep into lore. Like I'm glad there's people out there that can help us.
It's almost like Star Wars history and lore is like richer than real life lore.
Like I feel like you can make
like that's nuts.
I feel like you can make an actual Star Wars textbook.
Because you could branch off in any direction. Any character you see on screen has probably their own novel. Like you'll never catch up on everything.
Take Nick Ramirez's version of Marvel and DC Comics.
Yeah.
Amplify that by 10, and that's some of the people out there for like the Star Wars community. I thought you were like over the
I'm
board.
nothing.
You were like
I'm nothing.
It's like I've seen the prequels and I like the prequels. That's my level, and you're like
and then you got like
everything.
Bruner's level, who says like Jar Jar is maybe the hero.
Jar Jar's the hero, and Jango Fett's part of. Wait, what's the Clone Wars?
Oh, see, you got me. Bruner. We're not dead yet.
He's not even here anymore. He manages to get into every episode.
Because he's a son of a gun. So again, last thing I want to touch on. We see someone kneel down around a bacta tank, a cloaked figure. Theory is, speculation is that that's the Emperor and Vader's in the bacta tank. Don't spoil anything for end of Rebel Season 2. Selfishly, because I haven't gotten there yet. Not for the viewers. I mean, yeah, for the viewers. But anyway, do you think that holds any weight?
Yeah, I mean, just from, like, even if you haven't watched Rebels at all, I think it's possible because Vader has been burned.
He has to go
horribly.
through treatment, probably.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds funny to say, but...
And I mean, even though it's, you said 19 years after Episode 3, he would still need to go through some sort of treatment. I mean,
he's beyond scarred.
Yeah.
For life.
So when you have all those burns and everything like that, at least that's where I think Vader's going to come in, is Palpatine, whoever they're going to have play Palpatine. I'm excited,
it could be
excited to see that.
Ian McDermott.
I just feel like that scene has to. That scene's probably like obviously a trailer is edited not
Correct.
linearly, but like so that's got to be really early because you have to at some point get to him choking a rebel soldier on the Corvette and saying where's the plans. Like you have to somehow get from him being in the back of the tank to here. So is this movie going to have a back of the road like backdoor storyline of like Vader's in the back of the tank, Vader's getting used to walking in a robot suit, Vader's
it's because it's 19 years after.
No, he
Flashback?
would. It's like regular treatments he would have to undergo. Is the assumption?
Yeah.
Like he'd have to go back, like get those taken care of, go back into the suit. Because even in Empire, you see him without the helmet on. He's in a breathing chamber.
Yeah, you do see. I've always wondered like what that actually
it's
is. Like I've always
it's
wanted
a
them to
breathing
go
chamber.
deeper into like.
I want to see more of that for sure. And I think Vader was speculated to be the main villain in this. I really think that could be true.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of surprised when we didn't hear breathing at the end of this trailer. But
You could a little bit actually. If you
You might be making a stretch.
No.
Is it in your
I
head?
swear. No. If you look at I think at the very end of the trailer when she's in the Imperial flight suit, I think you can hear it. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I was just like breathing over
Well,
your shoulder watching it.
JB was going.
No, because I think
Jar Jar is right there. Jar Jar is the one who's filming it. You just hear him breathing.
I thought I saw.
This movie needs some more pinks.
That would be the worst.
Bouncing around.
Now we're just doing all the Gungans. Cha cha. All right, so we've got to wrap things up. I want to. If we have to cut off, we have to cut off. We may be up against the clock. Jump into 20 questions. Why, you may ask? Because I have a fancy little Woohoo! You got it right.
Josiah didn't like my sound effects enough, so he
I
had to
like your
purchase
sound
his
effects.
own.
I'm only doing that when you
It's
guys,
for
or
the
if you
ending.
guys, I should say, win. So
Oh,
you got
Ouch.
20 questions. Star Wars person, place, or thing. I'm very interested to see if this dynamic works.
Oh no.
You don't have Beta, you don't have Sam, but it's
We don't
okay.
need him.
All we need is
Yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Beta just got lucky,
All you
dude.
need is Trevor.
Beta just got lucky.
So there you go, folks. You got
Oh.
limited time today.
Oh no.
All
All
right.
right, where do you want to start?
Okay, I have a feeling that it's a person. So,
with character.
huh?
Character.
Yeah, character. So is
Good
it
one.
a character?
It is a character.
Okay.
Did I do it at the right time?
I don't know.
Grumpy is going to keep the counter for us.
Okay.
Really?
He broke the fourth wall.
All right, so let's start again.
So, question one. Question
Let's
two.
go.
So you let
All right,
Trevor do
it's,
it himself?
Yeah, I
it's
guess so.
character. It's character.
A character. Should we? We should like.
We gotta
find
narrow
out-
down.
Yeah.
There's too
A
many
Vader
characters.
Pez!
My Vader
Yeah.
Pez.
There's too many
That's
characters.
awesome. He's got candy.
You can eat that if you want.
All right, so
Oh, that's good.
you have the idea that it's a character. So where do you have? Where's
Well,
your
I did.
spider
I
sense
think-
tingling on region?
Speaking of which, good
I
cross
think it's,
promo. Check out the Geekiverse show this week. We talked about Spider-Man.
Spider-
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Eternity at Law.
Peace.
Spider-Man and Nelson.
Episode. I think it's original trilogy probably.
I mean that seems to be where most of his answers.
No,
No.
a lot of them were Force Awakens.
Yeah,
I remember like the first
Okay,
couple.
That's
so
true.
you
They
want
don't
to
even
ask
watch the show.
I edited it, dude. I just wait. Oh wait, there's a
He
question
doesn't
there.
watch.
Number, sound effect, move on.
Is it in the original, or is a person from the original trilogy?
No.
Okay.
All right.
So would.
Associated with.
So
Yeah,
good
yeah,
with
I
yes.
get it.
Synonymous.
So
Jamie
the,
needs to ask the next question.
the only other. We can go two ways. We can narrow it down to is it in the movies?
Oh, we probably should have said that before.
Yeah.
I think,
I just
okay.
thought about that. Like we can narrow it down to is it in the movies, or we can say
Oh,
is it.
He's sensing something.
I was gonna say, do you think he wouldn't make it? Well, I don't know anything about the movies, so but you guys both do, so.
You mean the
I absolutely.
You know everything about the movies, you mean?
Yeah, I said I don't know anything but the movies.
Oh, I thought you said about the movies.
No, I absolutely.
I was like, why are you
That's
here?
Star Wars.
I absolutely think that
Star
he would do
Wars?
something that's not in the movies.
Okay.
Anything Star Wars is game.
Yeah,
I'm saying
but
this.
he thinks
Pavlak
about
told me
his
to do
audience.
that. By the way, shout out to Pavlak. He just got his wisdom teeth out and turned down an opportunity to do the sedated geek segment. So,
Sedated geek.
Pavlak, we hope you're feeling better, buddy.
So is that what you want to do? You want to narrow it down to is it in
Yeah.
the movies?
Yeah. Is it in the movies?
Yeah. Why is Trevor the guy?
Well,
There's always one.
There's always one person. It's like, do you want to do this? Yeah.
It's usually
Alright,
the
so-
person sitting closest to me.
I'll be the next
All
one.
right.
Okay, yeah.
I'll
So
ask all
it's
the
in
Three
the
questions.
down. It is in the movies.
In the
It
movies.
is in the movies. So then
Okay.
we either have to go with is it in 7 or is it in
1, 2, 3.
prequels?
Yeah.
Would be
Well, I think prequels would kind of narrow it down a little bit more.
is it in the prequels?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, great.
What question are we on? 4?
That was
4.
Oh, that was 4.
Record's 9. Not saying you want to get to it.
Oh,
That's not that hard. There's 5 more questions. We can narrow it down.
5 whole questions.
Um,
Well, yeah, okay.
If this motley crew gets the record,
we don't have
to hold it
names
over
anymore.
Bruner.
I'm telling you,
Because
he
Bruner
just-
got the record.
He just got lucky.
He did
Blind
get
squirrel
but
finds
he was
another-
logical.
What I
Blind
have,
squirrel finds another every once in a while.
I think Bruner's really good at 20 questions, regardless of the topic. He was helping you guys out
All
so
right,
much.
Yeah.
For not knowing the difference between Django and Boba. That was really good.
Is that the
okay.
same guy?
Is it brothers?
So it's in the prequels.
It's a character.
Thanks,
It's probably no. I was gonna say, do we want to do the male
That's
female
the same
thing?
thing.
I
It's
feel
like as
like-
bad as what
let's
you
do-
said.
Yeah,
I was
Let's do
gonna
that male
say-
female.
Narrow-
Or
yeah.
we could do
But
alien human.
It could be a droid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but droids could technically kind of be a male or female,
Yeah.
depending on which
I
droid it
guess
is.
so. Yeah.
The silver droid in episode 1 is definitely a female. C-3PO, who is definitely a male.
I know the silver droid's name, but I'm not going to say it because you make fun of me.
I don't know the silver droid's name.
What if that's,
That's gonna be the character.
That's who it is.
That's next week's.
Let's do. Is this character a male?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's not Padme.
Okay.
Not Padme.
Are you looking
That's
at
only-
me to
that's
examine
only
you?
one.
Not Padme. Not
You are
R2D2.
correct. R2D2 is a female?
Should we narrow it down
Well,
to which?
R2D2 is really not. Doesn't really have
Male.
gender.
It's a male.
Yeah, I thought.
R2's a male.
I mean,
Okay.
Because BB-8 was supposed to be a female to like have contrast, but
But it's
All
a
right,
male.
anyway.
yeah, but it's a male. Anyways, yeah.
Questions.
So should we narrow it down to which movie, or should we narrow it down to? I feel
What
like
question are we on? We're on 6. I want to.
Average
I want to.
Jedi.
I want to go. I want to go for the record if we can. If we pass
Yeah.
it, then we can start burning questions. I don't care.
So you're just gonna spitball.
let's narrow it down to which movie because there's tons of male characters in the prequels.
Okay.
Get my
Wh-
clicker
where
ready.
do you, which movie do you want to go with though?
Probably.
I would say go with
I think
3.
yeah, 3. Is this person in episode 3?
No.
No. Okay.
Hmm.
I thought we had something there with. This is the 3 would be the beginning of Darth Vader, but
Guys, 20 questions is not topical, okay? I would stick with the stuff that's around Rogue One just because it came out.
Should we do?
If I did,
I would-
Felicity
I-
Jones' character.
I would have put it past
I
you.
know nothing about her.
Should we just try another movie?
It was Jin
What's her last
It's
name?
not.
or so.
Oh,
Is it in episode 1?
See.
Okay.
Ooh,
That means
I was
yes,
gonna
everyone.
say it wouldn't be because he wouldn't be. He wouldn't do an
See,
episode
this
1
is
character
this
2
is
weeks in a row.
8. Your next question is question 8.
So we have
So it's in episode 1.
we have Anakin, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan. Who else? That Captain Panaka.
Please tell me. all of a sudden, I looked at my that remembered in my head that we tried to guess that
Yeah.
last week, and he was like, "Oh, that would have been a great one." I'm like,
guys,
No,
what,
it's
if
not the one.
what if it's not someone obscure? Let's go with, like Anakin.
could go with Anakin. That was how we. That was how. What's
Not according to your questions,
about-
it can't be Anakin.
Is this person a Jedi?
That's
Should
true.
we
It
ask
can't
if
be
they're
Anakin.
Jedi or not?
Just gave you a big hint.
Yeah, no,
Wait.
it can't be.
What did we ask?
Go to the tape.
Oh, no, I got it. I
Yeah,
got
it can't be Anakin.
Yeah.
It technically could be, but it's.
Wait?
Yeah, it's not going to be Obi-Wan either.
Did we? How did we phrase the?
I wouldn't worry
If
about
they're-
that. I would just keep asking questions.
Well, because if we phrased it like, "Is this person in episode
Maybe
3?"
You're looking way
Guys,
too
maybe it's
deep into
Qui-Gon
that.
because he's not in the originals.
Yeah.
Or Darth Maul.
Do you want to just go for
Can
it?
I do it?
Oh wait, no. There's Darth Maul too.
This is question 8.
This is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
question.
Guys,
That's
can
why
I
we're
just
taking our
do
time.
it?
This is your record if you get it.
Guys, let me just do it. Can I burn it?
Yeah. So
We're
just
not-
go
Who are you
for
burning?
it.
We're not
Who are you
going to break
burning
it
on?
anyway. Qui-Gon Jinn.
You're going on Qui-Gon. All right, go for it.
Is it Qui-Gon Jinn?
No.
No, gosh, no.
We were excited.
Oh!
The only,
You hate to see that,
the
folks!
only like, that's why I was like,
I think it might be Darth Maul then.
that's what I was thinking.
So
too.
this is question 9. If
This
you
is
get it here,
9.
you tie the
We'll
record.
tie the record.
That's fine.
Which is pretty awesome.
Which is pretty
considering who's
awesome.
sitting here.
Which, by the way, that would mean that Sam has not been here for either of the new
No,
rounds.
no, she was for Bruner's episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only know that because he had the stupid stormtrooper helmet on and his arm was around you.
Okay, that's a good point. Good point.
And she was like, "Ah."
So is it Darth Maul?
Yeah!
Okay.
You got it!
Aw, guys are rude.
Good job!
No, you're okay. No, that was a good one.
You tied the record!
Wow.
Good job, Motley Crew!
we tied the record.
All right,
Go
I don't
team.
have. So the MVP
There's
trophy,
no MVP.
sadly, didn't make the trip today. I just forgot it at home. So you're gonna get this lovely first order helmet. I am gonna have to go with Trevor again. Sorry, JV, you threw him off the path with
I
Qui-Gon.
know. I know. I
Who said they thought it was gonna be Darth Maul? Was it
Adam. It's Adam.
That's twice.
I'm
That's
getting.
twice that
We'll
I
have to
said
give
that.
the MVP to Adam in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to
Adam.
be fair, you've said a lot of things.
That is twice that I've gone like, it's probably this, and then everybody's like, oh no, it's probably this
Was
guy.
Finn the other one?
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Finn like 4 times in that episode.
I said Finn. I go, it's
Definitively.
definitively. And like,
I said Finn. He's sitting on the other stool, and he's just like, it might be Finn. And it's like, no, it's not Finn.
good job, Jackson.
You wouldn't shoot Finn. You all suck.
Put your helmet on. Good job, Adam.
You really cannot see anything out of this.
Yeah, you
helmet.
really can't.
Nope.
Why do you think Stormtroopers suck? So good job, guys. You tied the record. Next week you got to get it. You got to get it.
We can do
Who's
it.
got it, Josiah?
It was Darth Maul.
Oh man, it was close.
So where can we find everyone on Twitter? We'll start with Stormtrooper down at the end.
Oh, I can't talk in that thing. At Adam J. Herb.
At Trevor_White_.
You're getting good at saying that.
Yeah.
At Jamie Lynn Leroy.
I am at Josiah D. Leroy. Force Awakens was out this past week, so pick that up on Blu-ray. Also, we talked a little bit about Rogue One, just a little bit. We're going to talk more about it in the coming weeks with some speculation, hopefully a second look at it. And I think we'll have some fun over the next 9 months. So, for, I was saying Grumpy Adam. Wow. So, for Grumpy Adam, Grumpy Jr. over there, Trevor, Jimbo, I'm Josiah Leroy. Thanks for watching.
Go. And then after that, there is a magnet. Has the Mad Hatter's hat on it.
Now, how much are the boxes?
They are $13, and then you also pay the shipping.
Oh,
Pretty cool. It's a
Interesting.
good price for how much you're getting. So then there's a bag that is screen printed that usually has a quote or character from whatever theme the month has. This one has a quote from Alice. It says, "How long is forever? Sometimes just 1 second."